Sachsenring, Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup is go once again, and it seems as though down towards turn one, Furisato made a jump for it yesterday, but outbraked himself. He's up the inside moment on the entry to turn one and out of it once again. So Holgado has the
into turn one. Furisato also getting another great start like he did yesterday, but didn't run.
Been overtaken by David Alonso, the number 64, just ahead of him. Uriarte, yesterday's podium. Down the waterfall, Ralph Wildman corner for the very first time here today.
Mario Aggi, who leads on lap one, heading on to lap two.
That is excellent stuff from the... Saw David Munoz, Furisato get their handlebars slightly tangled up. Boisry looking in a singular corner.
We saw it in Moto3, well, in all classes today, but especially Moto3.
Used to fighting the likes of Mario Aggi in the Junior World Championship, same with David Munoz, but he must be to take the fight to just about everybody. There it is, the front quartet. David Munoz leads. Danny waited ready for the race today. He's up into second place now.
And that was Uriarte, especially in the closing stages, but throughout the race. So yeah, there we go, across the line, Boisry sets the fast.
Break myself, you're going to have to make way, Holgado, or I'm going to clutter into your knee. He needs no second. Front Elliott.
Yeah, 0.4 seconds, so if it starts to creep up more and more.
Out of 5 times of asking in the Moto3 Junior World Championship, a couple of victories to both of them, run away with the victory, battle it all the way to the line. He's not afraid to get his elbows.
Alonso, so Holgado could really do with at least beating Alonso. He's
certainly will, as they come across the line once again. Then a 129.4 from Fidgety makes up for that amount. But here we are then, Boisry catching up on the back of Furisato going into the summer break, can't he? Because of course this is actually halfway through the 2021 season.
Talking of points, we've got David Alonso, the cup standing leader, down in 11th place at the minute.
Wow.
1 point.
Almost overnight as they come down the waterfall once again in towards turn 12. Boisry gets overtaken.
Yeah, it really is. Just coming across the line now, 12 laps to go. Alonso Matt, that they might be starting to break clear. We mentioned what we're looking at. I think it's just going to be a night.
Rocket, not quite so much as our Colombian friend David Alonso. As Furisato, did he make a mistake there? He's in the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup. Down turn 11, in towards turn 12, we come one.
Number 72, straight back into the lead, half a lap later down the hill.
Out him as well, and yeah, he's sharing our hotel as well, so supposedly I guess as the Marcus Uriarte's been shoved back as well. Daniel Munoz is in this battle as well.
Yeah,
so he's not doing something right at that part of the track, but this time he's not actually lost a place, fortunately. But we need to be careful here on in. Whereabouts is he on the timing screens?
Are a thing now. If you touch that green too many times, you see on the exit of the corner. Is that a bit of a gap I'm seeing between Ortola and Boisry?
Yeah, well, I think it might be now. For Furisato, a couple of bike lengths lead. He's got to be careful not to make another mistake. And yeah, all safely through there. So there is David Alonso, 7th place, just behind.
Machine, doesn't he? It's spectacular to watch the riders who are a little bit taller hang off. That must. He really, really dwarfed it.
Did he make it look like a mini moto?
Yeah, he did. He really did.
There we are then. So we're looking back at him now, the lanky. Aren't you guys going to give me a bit of a battle here? Come on. As no more spoilers of MotoGP, please. So that time around then, Matteo side door. So close to hitting the rear wheel of David Munoz there, but keeps it neat.
Yeah, thankfully no such dramas like we saw yesterday and earlier on today in the turn, especially turn 12 in this race with just over 8 laps to go. But yeah, if he gets his head down, he's got 3/10 gap to sit in there, and if he can break that half-second barrier, he might be able to pull away.
Yeah, he's definitely capable. Batelli out the way slightly. Oh, who's that gone down? Who is it? Is it Ona back in 2012 as well? Oh, goodness me, what a shame. That again, we'll need a replay of that to see what happened, but meanwhile, it's Ortola into the lead, or is it as well?
Tayo Furisato is distraught and understands.
Oh, it's a huge high side for him. He got very throttle happy there, didn't he? On the well, he was very fortunate to be getting up and walking away from that one relatively unscathed then. So
he needs to take away from this the positives. He's been leading the race, he led the race in the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup bikes. Another fantastic weekend, and crashing is part of the sport. Might
scupper any potential championship hopes he would have had at this stage in the game, where he takes a confidence thinking, well, if I come back next year, I'm going to have you all. So then, as we look at the riders coming down the starting line, David Alonso was moving up to the inside, but no, it's Ivan Ortola and Danny Holgado who need no place behind Holgado. Well, he's well back in the fight again then, isn't he? I just saw Moreira.
Ortola in first, obviously. Ortola's now slipped back to third. It's Daniel Holgado from David Alonso. This point's back as well, before the race started, as we see Alonso now take the lead.
Could he be the first rider at the Sachsenring in the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup to take a double victory turn 12? And fair enough, they're managing to make those kind of moves without exceeding track limits too. David Munoz on the hill, they got Brasri still in the fight as well. Shout out to the tyre rider, motivated by tyre wrap.
I'm going to want to disagree with you there, Matt, but Uriarte is leading the race for the first time.
Saw him come towards the front as well. And previous to that, he was just biding his time, watching all the action and the chaos ensuing. And David Alonso really come through to give him some hassle. Very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive yesterday. That was really lent over there from the number 64. Did it cost him time? I think it did. As David Alonso slid.
Herrera just exceeding track limits there on the exit. I don't think he had much choice.
That's late.
Uriarte going particular corner. And wow, real beneficiary of the chaos ensuing there. He's slotted very easily. Alonso, will they be pretty much neck and neck? Munoz just behind them, and then Ivan Ortula. Annie.
He really does. Uriarte was so late on the brakes down into turn 12. I thought it's getting really, really tasty now.
I think if you take it too wide at turn 12, you actually end up on the old. Say hello to some of the fans who are waiting outside to say hello to all the riders. That was brilliant stuff. So from that pole position, that would be sensational stuff from a rider who's made such great improvement.
Change in the last 4 laps here, Matt. Holgado is down in 6th place after being at Yoaji. I'm not sure if Brasri did as well, but like we said before, we've got to keep an eye on track.
So, looking a lot more comfortable there in front at the moment, just looking very calm and steady. So very halfway through the season here. Holgado, the leader of the Junior World Championship, there he is, the number 9. But in the heat of the moment, the statistics evade me. There is the pole position.
Third, and he's got the top 2 in the standings well within his sight now. He needs to beat them that he lost yesterday by finishing 4th place. And there's not long to go, 3 laps to go, but Telly's at turn 1.
He just loves that inside line there. So deep on the brakes goes the Italian Junior World Championship as well. There's a lot of bragging rights and, well, some significant potential career direct. Calm and collected. I hope I don't give him a commentator's curse here. And this looks like...
So at the back of the script, so yeah, it looks like it's the top 6 fighting out for the win with just over 2. Thing is going to change.
Yeah, he's quite an excitable young fella, is David Munoz, isn't he? You can see when he touches what he loves to have a bit of bragging rights over his title competitor here. Then they're all in the slipstream once again.
Turn 1's one of them corners where you can take a few different lines and still carry the same speed. Going to snatch that up if he leaves the door open. Well,
I tell you what, Batelli's not exactly into making a fairly audacious move for that podium position on Holgado, and he's the prime drop down once again through turn 11, the ultra fast right-hander there. Some light rain flags on the LED boards there. Yes, I do, and it was in towards the final corner. What happened to Alonso there? Did he just want Holgado to lead going across the line? Because he was... Oh, they're all down! They're all down! It's absolutely like it. The entire lead group is out of the race. Who's into it, Sunshine? From pole position, he's got a near 2-second lead.
The whole group, a whole front group, apart from the number 28, your pole sitter.
So shocking. That is just absolutely extraordinary stuff as the good guys get a great result as well, of course. Heartache for the 5 victory here in the Rookies Cup for the first time. He can barely believe it. And who's going to get thumbs through to take the podium finish? Brasri in 4th and Detwald.
Sensational for Batelli, who picks up his first win, and that's a sad sight.